And how did you get into this? ఎలా ఏ రోల్లో మిమ్మల్ని చూడబోతున్నాం ఇందులో?
So I play Raju's sister, and I think it's a very crucial role. And again, I think the director sir called my mom and explained the entire thing. And again, acting with him once more was
After a long gap.
very long gap.
8-9 years.
ఎన్ని ఇయర్స్? యా,
It's been 10 years since Neelakasham.
So 10 years back. Sorry.
Yeah.
దిస్ ఏజ్
It's been 10 years.
10 years back, she played my niece. In fact, there was one viral video where I got one police citation or one ticket also. Because for the promotion of the film, we are riding motorcycle group. And Anikha sitting in front of me.
cute.
She's a kid. And I was like, if I wear a helmet, you can't see my face. What's the point of doing this ride?
Yeah.
So I rode without a helmet. That's the first little controversy I got into in my acting career. So that Anikha now has grown up and become a leading lady. So I'm seeing this Butta Bomma and I'm like, what? I'm like, Anikha, when did you grow up? In my head, she's still that small.
Same.
Yeah.
దట్ కాంట్రవర్సీ ఆల్సో. యా, సో ఎలా అనిపించింది ఎన్ని డేస్ గ్యాప్ తర్వాత? సో అగైన్ యూ వర్క్ విత్ హిమ్, సో ఎనీ చేంజెస్ ఇన్ DQ?
A little bit of grace, longer hair.
Great.
But I think that's what is so cool about him. He hasn't changed like one bit. Like the person that I saw like 10 years back, he's pretty much the same.
రైట్.
Yeah.
సో ఇందాక ఐశ్వర్య మెన్షన్ చేయడం జరిగింది ఒక పాయింట్. అదేంటి అంటే లైక్ చాలా ఫస్ట్ స్టోరీ విన్నప్పుడు ఇది చాలా పెద్ద కథ, దీనికి చాలా ఖర్చు అవుతుంది, చాలా డబ్బులు, వెరీ బిగ్ స్టోరీ. సో మీరు ఫస్ట్ నుంచే డిసైడ్ అయిపోయారు దీనికి ప్రొడ్యూస్ చేయాలని?
Yeah. From even before we had the script, I was like, whatever I'm doing with Abhilash, my friend, I said I don't need produce because I became producer to kind of protect my films. I started seeing, I had many experiences with bad productions. Sometimes they won't give the film the budget. Sometimes they'll cut corners in the wrong places. Sometimes they won't spend on post-production. Sometimes they won't spend on release. Like I've had films that have just been dumped. We didn't know when it came out. Those kind of experiences. So in my head, I was like, I want now start protecting my film. Because anyway, we're putting so much effort. We're putting so much time. And I'm not that actor who can detach from his films. I can't be like, I've done my job, I'm going home. Now all of you figure it out. Like I can't just disown my film, even as an actor. I'm always, invested. I'm always troubling everybody, driving them up the wall. Like, what's happening? How's it going? Can I see the edit? Like, can I just know what's going on? And I like updates. And because every film is important for me. Like I see every film as make or break. This is why I turned producer. So I knew that when we're doing this film that it will need that time and effort, and but also it was getting pushed. And fortunately, by the time we came around to shooting it, I'd had a few big hits, and we could afford to maybe invest more into the film. And it's taken me, I think, 10-12 years to maybe dream this bigger dream, where I feel like I can spend on a film. I can sort of headline a big budget film. Earlier, I never used to believe it.
Okay.
So little by little, I think I've reached here. And so yeah, everything we've spent is on screen to see. And I think it's been made with a lot of passion and love. But young team, so I'm sure there are little things maybe we have to fine tune. But
రైట్. సో కింగ్ ఆఫ్ కొత్త అంటే తెలుగులో న్యూ.
New.
సో ఇప్పటికే చాలా రోల్స్, డిఫరెంట్ కైండ్ ఆఫ్ రోల్స్లో మిమ్మల్ని చూడడం జరిగింది. మహానటిలో ఒక రోల్లో చూడడం జరిగింది, కురూప్లో ఇంకో రోల్లో చూడడం జరిగింది, సీతారామంలో ఇంకో రోల్లో చూడండి. బట్ ఇందులో న్యూ ఏముంది ఈ రోల్లో, ఈ కింగ్లో?
I think he's like a loose cannon. Like he just fires without any thinking, any slightest provocation, and he'll react. He lives very in the moment, doesn't care about the future, doesn't care about repercussions, nothing.
ఇన్ రియల్ లైఫ్?
In real life, I overthink.
You care about the today?
I care about the future a lot. I'm overthinking, and I won't sleep at night. I'll be thinking, oh my God, what's happening with the film? Or like, how do I manage the dates for future film? Like,
Oh, really?
yeah, all.
But-
It's very silly. It's pointless because I can't fix these problems in the middle of the night at 2:00 or whatever.
True.
Like I think day before night, Joe, my friend who runs Wayfarer Films, At 2:30, I message him, like, I can't sleep. And he's like, even I can't sleep. But you know, it comes from wanting to do great work.
రైట్ ఐశ్వర్య మీకు కూడా అలానే ఉంటుందా ఫిల్మ్ రిలీజ్కి ముందు ఆ నర్వస్నెస్ ఉంటుందా
Oh, very much. I share those feelings.
2 o'clock I can't see
my everything. Yesterday I slept at 4 o'clock. I don't even know why. I got up at the middle of the night, ordered food because I was feeling hungry.
Okay.
And
That's because
I
you don't eat all day.
no. Also because I am a nervous eater.
Nervous
I,
eater. Oh,
yeah. So
ఇది నాకు కూడా
As
తెలుసు
when you're nervous, you eat.
yeah,
Oh.
I cannot
of
stop eating. Like it somehow calms me down when I eat, and then I can go sleep. So I got up in the morning, 4 o'clock, ate something, ate something, and then went back to sleep. I
Thanks
was
to
very
that
So
nervous.
that's good. At least you know there's a fix. You know how to fix it.
oh sorry you're
At times, Nutella works.
okay
Yeah. So, but I'm see, we have all the ingredients necessary for a wonderful watch for the audience. You know, we have a complete entertainer ready, but still. We don't have the control over it, right? It's finally the audience's decision, which we don't know yet. So that nervousness is always there. For every film, it's there.
రైట్
Yeah.
రైట్ అండ్ యూ టెల్ మీ లైక్ గ్యాంగ్స్టర్ ఫిలిమ్స్ ఇంతకుముందు కూడా చూడడం జరిగింది చాలా ఫిలిమ్స్ యూనో మహేష్ బాబు గారి ఫిలిం బిజినెస్ మ్యాన్ చూసాం దాంట్లో కూడా ఒక గ్యాంగ్ ఆయన కూడా ముంబైని ఏలాలి అనే ఒక కాన్సెప్ట్ ఉంటుంది అక్కడ కింగ్ అవ్వాలి ముంబైకి అనే కాన్సెప్ట్ ఉంటుంది అండ్ ఓల్డ్ ఫిలిం ఆర్జీస్ ఫిలిం సత్య యూనో దట్స్ అ డిఫరెంట్ సో ఇలా కొన్ని గ్యాంగ్స్టర్ ఫిలిమ్స్ ఉన్నాయి ఎస్పెషల్లీ సత్య చూసినప్పుడు వెన్ జేడీ అండ్ మనోజ్ వాజ్పేయి ఎస్పెషల్లీ మనోజ్ వాజ్పేయికి చాలా పేరు వచ్చింది అందులో సత్య అని ఇమాజిన్ చేయగానే ఇమీడియట్గా మనోజ్ గుర్తొస్తూ ఉంటారు అండ్ ఈ రోల్లో కూడా షబీర్కి కూడా మంచి ఇంపార్టెన్స్ ఉందని మాకు అర్థమైంది అట్ ద సేమ్ టైం లైక్ మీరు చూసిన డిఫరెన్స్ ఏంటి అండ్ మీ రోల్లో ఆ మ్యాజిక్ ఏంటి ఈ సినిమాలో
See, of course, it has got importance. How much ever I underplayed, there is some importance. Obviously,
There's a lot of importance.
Yeah, there is a lot of.
He's saying a lot of importance, definitely.
Yeah.
Right.
I think Shabeer is just not sure of how much to reveal or not.
Yeah, I'm not too sure how much I can talk. So,
కొంచెం
konjam.
Well, you can speak something.
Yeah, it is. It is an important. I mean, in fact, it is one of the biggest role I've done so far, and I've shot for like 75 days for this, so you can imagine the scale of the role. And if you to answer your question, it has resemblance. Obviously, all gangster movies are going to be compared.
రైట్
But this is set in a period, in 2 period times. So that might set this apart, I feel. And it is like she mentioned, it's an honest film we've made. We've made something honest. We've tried to make something honest, and over 2 periods of time. And
It's set in a fictional town.
yeah,
So,
Yeah.
like typically gangster films, it'll be in Bombay.
కరెక్ట్ యాక్చువల్లీ రియల్
Yeah,
లొకేషన్స్
it's very, it's that gritty representation of reality in some form. Like if it's Chennai, it'll be North Chennai. Or, you know, wherever there are these, Kochi has a lot of these areas which are famous for gangs, and those films are set in those things. So I think how we will look apart is that this whole of Kotha is a fictional town. It's a lawless town. It's a town where the police are struggling to bring order. And all of these gang wars within that town is probably the best description of the film.
Right.
But for us, I think the most crucial casting in this film was Kannan's role. And I think the most applause was going to be for Shabeer's performance.
I mean,
Oh.
how I got on board was because of him. I mean, when they spoke up, much later I came to know that he was the one who wanted me on board, and that's how they came and narrated the script. And I had to tell them yes or no on the same day. I was like, I need to know today.
Because it was a very difficult. It was a very difficult role to cast actually, because I think most actors wouldn't understand it. I think Shabeer got it very quickly.
Okay.
And I remember I was shooting for Matti Kusti when he came to narrate to you. And he had come to, Abhilash Joshiy, our director, had come to meet me because I was also in Chennai. And I told him, I hope he says this. Because when I heard the story, there was no face I could imagine for Kannan. But when he said he was going to meet him, I thought like, perfect. Like, he would fit perfectly.
Wow.
Yeah, but I was also
యాక్టర్స్
so
కి కూడా
glad.
ఈ రోల్ మీద మీ మీద చాలా ఎక్స్పెక్టేషన్స్ ఉన్నాయి సో ఈ మాట విన్నప్పుడు ఆడియన్స్
You know, when you watch the film, like it's very well cast. You can't imagine anybody else as Kannan or Tara.
రైట్
Or, you know.
రైట్ ఎస్పెషల్లీ చాలా పవర్ఫుల్ రోల్లో కనిపిస్తున్నారు ఐశ్వర్య లైక్ మట్టి కుస్తీలో కూడా యాక్షన్ సీక్వెన్సెస్ ఉన్నాయి సో దీంట్లో కూడా అలాంటివి ఏమైనా ఉంటాయి?
No, I observe action sequences here.
I was very threatened because Aishwarya's action sequences were so good. I was like, I better make mine look good. You know, people are like, they should have made Aishwarya do the action. Why is Dulquer doing it?
He's done action for like 100 days.
He's done
Look at
too
it.
much action for this.
Yeah.
It's a lot of action sequences.
Now I want to do some office role where I sit there every day, eat my lunch, type on the computer and go back home.
ఓకే.
So there are days he's really tired and he's physically exhausted. You can see him in the sets exhausted. But yeah, when the camera is rolling, he's a different guy.
నెక్స్ట్.
But, yeah.
యా.
He has also danced in the film. And he has been downplaying that, underplaying that in the previous
A rare occasion. It's like Eid ka chand is when I dance.
But it was very good, very good.
అఫ్ కోర్స్ ఎస్. బట్ లుక్స్ కూడా ఇక్కడ బియర్డ్ లేదు, సో కొంచెం యంగ్. సో అక్కడ కొంచెం 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 బియర్డ్ వస్తుంది, అండ్ ఇక్కడ ఫుల్ బియర్డ్ అండ్ గ్రే కూడా.
Oh, I love this poster. This was
ఐ లవ్ దట్ యాక్చువల్లీ. ఇందాక మేము అదే మాట్లాడుకుంటున్నాం అక్కడ కూర్చొని, ఏం పోస్టర్ అసలు.
That was
పోస్టర్లో
my
కూడా
first
ఇంత
day with him.
ఇంటెన్స్.
That was my first day with him.
ఓ
Yeah. It was your
బ్యూటిఫుల్.
My,
The car.
yeah, I think that was first day, no? Yeah.
సో
But
దట్స్
I couldn't understand how this poster became so hyped.
like,
From the
looks
time this
insane.
dropped is when the film started getting hyped. And then I think we felt that pressure, you know. I was like, oh God, now we better make a great film.
We didn't need too much of promotional material for this film. One picture would do it. One that people of Kotha think it was a BGM that took the center stage and everybody loved it. So I think just Abhilash Joshiy was also mentioning this the other day. Didn't need to do too much promotions, like too much promotion.
I don't know.
Little.
None of us understand why there's so much hype for the film. It's very sweet. I don't know.
Yeah.
But it's also scary because I'm like, I don't know what you're expecting. I hope the film is what you're expecting.
నో మీరు ఇలా అంటున్నారు కానీ ఎక్స్పెక్టేషన్స్ ఆల్వేస్ హై. లైక్ వెన్ ఎవర్ డీక్యూస్ ఫిలిం వస్తుంది అంటే తెలుగు ఆడియన్స్ లైక్ ఈగర్లీ వెయిట్ చేస్తూ ఉంటారు, అది జరుగుతూ ఉంటుంది. ఇప్పటికే మీకు తెలిసిందే కదా ఎన్ని లెటర్స్ వచ్చి ఉంటాయి, ఎన్ని ఇన్స్టాగ్రామ్ మెసేజెస్ వచ్చి ఉంటాయి, ఎస్పెషల్లీ అమ్మాయిలు కదా, ఫీమేల్ ఫాలోయింగ్ లైక్
Yeah,
క్రేజీ.
I'm hoping after this we get some boys also.
This will again be famous. Trust me.
నో ఎస్పెషల్లీ లైక్ అంటే వీడియోస్లో మనం చూస్తూ ఉంటాం, వీడియోస్ బికాజ్ కదులుతూ ఉంటారు, మాట్లాడుతూ ఉంటారు, ఎక్స్ప్రెషన్స్తో పాటు డైలాగ్స్ వినిపిస్తూ ఉంటాయి. బట్ ఒక పిక్చర్ కూడా మాట్లాడుతుంది, ఒక ఫోటో కూడా అలా మాట్లాడుతుంది అంటే ఆ ఎక్స్ప్రెషన్లో తెలుస్తుంది. అంటే బెస్ట్ యాక్టర్స్ మాత్రమే చేయగలుగుతారేమో అలా. సీరియస్లీ దట్స్ బ్యూటిఫుల్. అండ్ అనిక ఏం చెప్పట్లేదు, అనిక వరకు రావట్లేదు. సో
Why haven't you spoken?
Why haven't I
Anika's
spoken?
come for the ride. She just
Yes,
said.
I'm just enjoying. chilling.
బెటర్ టు సింగ్ సాంగ్.
No, I'm
వీఆర్ వెయిటింగ్
absolutely.
బిట్వీన్ అంతే కదా, షీఈస్ వెరీ గుడ్ సింగర్ ఐ థింక్.
He's got a.
For me? No.
Somebody
I'm
told
He's
me
got
this.
an entire Spotify listing out.
I know.
One of my favorite songs he's sung.
Last time you saw
We are not doing the singing business. I've
चांद का that क्या अभी बोले थे
ईद के दिन पे हम
ईद का
गाएंगे।
चांद या
जी।
अब गाने वाले हैं
नहीं,
अभी
बिल्कुल नहीं. Thank you.
No, you tell me like ఒక్కొక్క ఫిలిం ఒక్కొక్క ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్ ఇస్తుంది. సో దిస్ ఫిలిం కింగ్ ఆఫ్ కొత్త ఏ ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్ ఇచ్చింది మీకు?
It was really fun and very exhausting. Actually,
Exhausting. Okay.
exhausting. I think everybody here can agree.
No, it's honest.
Abhilash.
No, but worth it completely because the movies come out wonderfully. I haven't seen the entire thing, but bits and parts that I've seen has been so beautiful. And yeah, overall it was an amazing experience getting to work with all of these people, and even Abhilash uncle, like he's
Abhilash uncle, okay.
Abhilash uncle is my
I can
age.
imagine like.
Abhilash uncle and
He's
me
your-
are some 3 months apart.
I wanted to ask you about
And I think
that.
he's younger than me.
When I was 8, I've called you uncle.
You can still call me uncle if you want.
Okay, because people made a huge issue about
No,
that.
please.
They were like, you cannot call Dulquer uncle.
Please don't.
But then you know
I'm
what?
not allowing you.
I've worked with.
But having said that, all the people I grew up calling uncles, I cannot call them uncle today.
See, exactly.
As an actor in the same fraternity. it's-
Exactly. But then back then I worked with his dad 3 times and I called him Mamukka. And I called him Dulquer uncle. So they were like, what is that about? I was like, I don't know, that's just what I've said.
Your logic.
Yeah, I have no logic, I'm 8. Excuse me. But
होता है.
yeah, and everybody made a huge issue about that. But anyways,
Yeah, you're talking about Abhilash uncle.
uncle, okay, I'm gonna call him Chetan.
Abhi.
Abhi.
Abhi Chetan
Abhi Chetan.
works. Yeah. And he was also just amazing to work with as well. Yeah, overall, good experience.
Good experience.
Loved
okay.
it.
She's finishing up all of it. So I'll tell you what my director was saying about Anika. He's like, dude, she doesn't give a bad take. I don't know what to select. I mean, I can just give her the smallest of brief, and she's on point every time. So, like some people are blessed with singing voices and artistic hands, I think these are, those born actors.
Oh my god, that's really sweet.
I had this one scene which was really good, and she was supposed. Okay, I cannot reveal too much about the scene also, but in the scene she was a little upset. She was supposed to be upset.
I mean, I look very upset in the poster. What are you talking about?
Yeah, that is from that scene. Okay, fine. Okay, thank God. I'm not revealing too much. It's already out there. And we went for multiple takes. It was in the night. There were technical issues, focus, all that was happening. She was always on point. Like she was always ready for the take. And she's so young. I adore her. I love her. And I don't know, there's something about her that's so endearing for me, and to see her perform so well, I feel so proud. I feel like she's related to me in some way, and I feel so proud.
And I
when
think that's
she
the
gives-
audience connect with her also.
Yeah.
They feel like she's
Our baby, my baby type.
grown up in front of them.
Yes.